This is to certify that Movie Chats has been classified for live streaming.
Good evening, all, and welcome back to another week on Movie Chats. As you can see, he's just arrived now. Oh, look, it's like we've almost color-coded.
Hey, guys. Sorry I'm late. It was an internet problem. I was trying to get the bloody thing restarted.
It's like we've almost...
Is that what that little thing is on? Sorry, guys. Hey, when I was logging in, it had like a header thing, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Main man of the channel.
Yeah.
How is everyone? Just sort this lighting out.
There you go. Is that better? The main man of the channel and the wannabe.
Oh, thanks, mate.
No, I am good, Steve. Thank you for turning up like 2
Shut
seconds
up.
into the show. I was just So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for another weekly live stream on Movie Chats. You might have seen the post I put on Instagram today and on the Movie Chats and Film Geeks Facebook page. We are at 477 subscribers, 477 subscribers. So we're slowly creeping up to that 500 mark, but we'd like to be at the 1,000 by the end of the year. So if you watch and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Okay, because it means a lot to Steve and I knowing that people are out there watching our content. Steve, How was your week?
It's been all right. I've been at work, mate. So I've just, I think I was first day off yesterday, and then today I went and had my eye test for my diabetes. So they put this stuff in your eye, and it sting like mad. But I went to sleep for a few hours this morning, and I was up for it. I was over it after that. Oh, it's horrible stuff. But it was. It's been a busy week at work, to be fair. I was a bit knackered yesterday, and then today I've just been chilling out. So, how about you?
I've just been trying to figure out why you can't see Shockwave on my thing, and then I've realised that's where Lana's put me through. There we go. No, it's been a hectic week this week, work-wise, and and today, if anything go wrong, it has gone wrong. So it's just been, and to make it worse, today I've even watched a homework movie.
Look at that.
With all the great films that we've had in the last couple of weeks, this is the one I've actually watched. I don't know. Right, so who have we got in? So we've got Sharon. Evening, Sharon. Evening, Pat. Good to see you.
I'll be well.
Movie Chats. Don't know who they are. Lindsay and Alvin, thank you for coming along.
Lindsay and Alvin, thank you for the parcel that arrived yesterday. I forgot to message you.
Gareth from Video Tasties. I hope Big Steve has done his homework. Yes, I have done my homework this week.
He's checking on you now.
He is. It's the only reason why he dials in now is so we can see what excuses I come up with for not watching the homework.
It's like Klopp's excuses. The grass was wet. Hey, Jeff. Mr. Santa, yeah, let's go with that, shall we? Thor. I absolutely got bummed by Santa on bloody whatnot the other night. Fucking hell.
He was not impressed.
I was devastated as I watched the pictures go through the roof.
You should have seen the messenger that we got afterwards after that. It was hilarious. What
are you doing here? Hey, come here.
Right. So, if you watched Chris's channel on Monday, Cookie and the Haydens, you would know that we are covering Monday night at 8 o'clock and we have a special reseller show on. We've got Lindsay and Alvin, we've got Tam and Bell, and we've got Peter Ray joining us. So Peter's one of the original OGs from the Drinking with Andrew days when it was good and we just got absolutely wasted and caused havoc. So it'll be good to get Peter back on a stream. So I hope you do join us.
Not the way it works.
I hope you do join us at 8 o'clock on a Monday night. And yeah, we'll just have some fun. We have got a duck race, we have got an no, and we've got This Is Heavy. So it will be a
That's the first.
Chris and Bell's show. Yeah, sorry, I got a bit distracted there with Steve playing rock, paper, scissors, so Leo leaves the room.
Right. No. He wanted rock, paper, scissors, and the winner gets the Rick and Morty Blu-rays. And I said no. So he said rock, paper, scissors, and the winner gets the key for the room. And I said no. So I don't know. He's just left a bit devastated right now.
So, sorry, Steve. I was just explaining there that we are covering for Chris and Bell on Monday night at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We will be sharing a duck race.
Yes.
It will be on screen for you to see.
He's brought a bag.
He's desperate for me not to get through this and talk to you, isn't he?
Go on, you carry on, mate.
Yeah, so we've got a duck race, we've got This Is Heavy, and we've got a no. So it is a Chris and Bell special for our channel. Good evening, Max. Thank you for joining us, sir. Thank you. I outbid Steve and myself on that 4-hammer. I just don't know what happened there, Jeff. You sort of went from like £10 to £27.
Hey, Max.
And it just jumped. Right. While little Steve's doing that, so yeah, we've got Monday night is that. We've also got our Thursday night show. We are on Magpie Movies on Saturday night. So we should be okay there as well. That's just a general movie chit chat. Hello, Leo. Hello, Leo. Nope.
Say hello.
Say hello.
How are you?
Hello.
How are you?
What's that?
It's the Simpsons.
Simpsons. Yeah, it's the Simpsons. Well then, let's go.
Bye, Leo. Bye.
Mum does a really good job of stopping him from coming in.
Sorry, just why little Steve is sorting that out. Yeah, so let us know in the chat what you've been watching, what you've picked up this week. If you've had anything of interest that you'd like to discuss. Our featured actress this week is Kate Winslet, so that shouldn't take us too long. And our homework movie is My Big Fat Greek Wedding, which has been recommended by Shabba a couple of months ago. So there we go. Oh, sorry to hear that, Max. Hope you're feeling better soon, mate, that you've come down with a cold. Been watching Beef. I've seen clips for that, and it looks quite good. Evening, Baz. Thank you for joining us, sir. You've been watching Kick-Ass. Not seen that for years. I prefer the first one over the second one. And Nell's joined us. Thank you very much. There we go. So the good news is that I've started listing on Vinted, and I've had my first 2 Vinted sales. One was £2 and one was £26.
What, already?
Yeah.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah. £26. So do you know the
£26 what you just...
Do you know the Star Trek shuttle that was on the top of the bookcase?
Yeah.
That's gone.
Wow.
That's gone. So I was made up that they started going.
Go. Go downstairs, see Mummy.
Look at what they're doing.
Go and see mummy. Go on. Go and see mummy. No, because you didn't go on the bus to school. Now go downstairs.
Now, I've watched all of Picard. How far are you along in Picard?
I'm buying a lock for the indoor of this fucking room.
Evening, Peter. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Noel. Evening, Peter.
Right. Shall we move on?
Yeah, go on then.
Because I've done the intro 3 times, try to involve.
Just start again, mate. I missed it.
Now, this week featured actor or actress was Kate Winslet. This shouldn't take us too long, this, Steve, because I don't think she was in much.
She's in quite a few things. It's just, it's not a lot that I've watched really.
Oh, right, okay, Baz. Don't worry then. I won't talk Picard unless AJ or someone comes on. But yeah, I've done the end of season 3, so I won't spoil it for you. There you go. So Kate Winslet, mate, do you want to go with your top while you're changing your header? And I can see that's what you're doing because I can see the concentration on your face. See, he's just like a kid with a new toy, isn't he?
Okay, so I've got The Holiday.
Yeah.
Contagion.
Yeah.
That movie's a bit too real nowadays, to be fair, but I like that film. Titanic, Steve Jobs, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Okay.
That's the 5 actor.
Yeah, so I've gone with The Life of David Gale.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an awesome film. If you haven't seen it, Kevin Spacey is awesome in that film. I've gone with the Divergent series.
Okay.
Because that came out roughly at the same time as like The Maze Runner and Hunger Games. And they released a lot of book series all at the same time, didn't they? Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, Labor Day, and of course, everyone's favourite movie of 2019 and 2020, Contagion.
Yeah.
You know, I think with everything that was going on over that 18 months, 2 year period, I think Netflix must have had that film battered.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the thing is that I didn't really watch it until then. It had obviously been out a few years, hadn't it?
Yeah.
But it was so... It definitely hit a nerve. Gareth said Avatar 2. I didn't know she was actually in it until I watched the sort of extra bits, you know, like the behind the scenes.
I haven't seen Avatar 2. Not yet, anyway. I haven't seen it. I just haven't got around to wasting 3 hours of my life. Mentions, I've gone with The Holiday, All the King's Men, Finding Neverland, and Titanic.
That Titanic was your honourable mention?
Yeah, it's either that or Black Beauty.
No. I didn't even go through honourable mentions, to be honest with you, because I looked through them and I was like, nah. There's probably, like you say, the Life of David Gale, and what was the other one? There was another one she was in, but it was like 5 minutes worth, and I was like, nah, that's no point. She wasn't any of the main characters in the movies.
Well, The Life of David Gale is about... You've seen that, haven't you? The Life of David Gale. It's about the teacher that gets done for assaulting one of the students.
Yeah.
And so he loses his job as a teacher. He then gets accused of murder and he gets the death penalty. So he's ended up on death row. And as he's going through it, he's being interviewed by a journalist about what was going on, because he was a big death row sort of justice fighter. And yeah, it's, if I remember, it's sort of based on a true story, if I remember.
I was just saying, I'm sure there was a book that was written way before the movie, but I know you know Little Steve, Contagion. Yeah, there's been a few. Where's that bloody movie?
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what Sharon's saying was shit.
Avatar 2, maybe.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
I heard Avatar 2 is Bluey.
But yeah, there's that's really it for Kate Winslet. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, cheers.
We'll see you Monday. Now, yeah, let's play this one now, shall we? I have finally watched the Homework movie.
Can we all congratulate him on a job well done?
Yeah.
All the way through from start to finish.
I sat there and watched 94 minutes of My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
94.
Nope, he's back. So this week's Homework movie was My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I didn't realise it had John Corbett in until I watched the end, and that's when I found out who he was. And then, do you know when you know the name of an actor, and then you go back and you try and figure out what he's been in, and you realise you've not really seen much with him in? That's what happened to me in this one. I got all excited, thinking, "What else has he been in?" Because I know the name. Yeah. So it starts off with a Greek girl explaining what happens with Greek girls, that they're there just to basically make babies and look after men and marry Greek men. And she's a little unfortunate in love. It's not really happening for her. Sorry, I'm just laughing at little Steve getting bullied. Yeah, and then she ends up going to college and gets good at using computers. And then on that basis, she gets a job in a travel agent and she meets the man of her dreams and falls in love. He's not Greek and he's got to try and win the family over. Now, there is some funny parts in... yeah, there is some funny parts in this film, like where he's being baptized and stuff, and he's in the paddling pool, and she's looking at her brother, and she's going, "Oh, at some point he's going to turn around and go, she's not worth me going through all of this." And the brother turns around and says to her, "No, you are worth it." And like I say, when they're being introduced at the engagement party, and he goes on about, "Oh, he's vegetarian, he doesn't eat meat." What do you mean he doesn't eat meat? What? He doesn't eat meat. And then everyone turns around and he goes, it's all right, I'll do lamb. Brilliant take. Yeah, Lindsay and Alvin's just put that in. It's a brilliant take on the thing. And like I say, there is a couple of bits in it where they're in the car and she doesn't want to go into the house yet. So each night that they get a little bit closer in the car, and you can see the disappointment in him. And when she goes, "Right, I've got to go now," and she just cuts him off and runs away.
Did you enjoy a rom-com?
Hey, have I enjoyed the rom-com? I'm not going to go back and watch it again, but I am sort of toying with the idea of watching Greek Wedding 2. However, I need to be careful because when I did search My Big Fat Greek Wedding, it did come up saying My Big Gay Wedding, and it's a TV in America. And I'm like, right, okay, I've got to be careful. I'm not watching that one because that's not what the homework was. So I didn't want to be talking to you about something else. But yeah, I was just saying there, Steve, I got all excited when I saw it was John Corbett. But then when I looked back at it, I was like, I haven't seen anything with him in it that I've got excited over here. Just the name was like, I must have been thinking about somebody else. But how do you pronounce her name? Is it Nia?
Oh, yeah,
Leia Ladozo or something?
We'll go with that.
Yeah. She was all right in it.
It's
just
a good movie.
It's amazing what happens when you put contact lenses and put your hair up, isn't it? You know, you become a different woman.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but no, no, I'm not watching fucking musicals. It's not happening. So I don't know what's happened with this stream. That's like the 15th time either of us have swore since we started. No, it's not. It's not Rocket Man. That went straight to the charity shop. That's gone.
I don't know.
I think I upset Chris with that video when I said to him all those DVDs just ended up straight in the charity shop.
I swear it was going otherwise. Evening, Shabba.
Evening, Shabba. We've watched your movie recommendation this week.
And he's actually enjoyed it.
Yeah. Shabba's joining us on Monday.
Oh, brilliant. That'd be awesome.
So we've got Lindsay and Alvin, we've got Tam and Bell, we've got Peter Ray and Shabba. We have gone for the reselling royalty for the first week. And then the second week we'll probably have Andrew on if he's not busy.
Well, this is it. We'll just let's see how it goes, isn't it? It's reseller evening, so we might just sit in the background and just let them talk.
Well, I can join in now because I've sold on Vinted.
Well, that's it. You're qualified, aren't you?
Yeah. I've sold
on Vinted.
Yeah,
I can talk about all the things I should be selling.
All the things that'll end up in Chris's next mystery box.
Yeah.
Next time you want a £150 jersey.
It worked, didn't it?
Yeah. Classic movie. Ugly Girl. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Baz has got it.
Royalty. We'll take that one.
And then Peter Ray, but yeah, it can go.
Yeah.
The hardest part of that film for me is trying to figure out the whole Greek dynamic. You know, because it does go around the houses a little bit, doesn't it? About how the women are supposed to be looking after them, but then the women put the foot down with the men, but the men don't know, so they try and manipulate the men into thinking it's their idea and stuff. But yeah, the whole family dynamic there just didn't click with me. Was she sleeping with the brother? What happens in number 2? Does it realise that she's pregnant and it's the brothers?
I don't know. I've never seen number 2. There is 10 months ago. There was an article come out saying they were filming number 3.
That'll be the door to them, won't it?
Yeah, possibly.
They would have had kids by then, and then it'll be like a mum and dad. Hey, Pete, thanks for joining us, bud. But no, I have watched it, and it's not too bad, but it's not one that I am going to rush out to buy or watch again, in my opinion. We have got a good oh no for Monday.
Oh, 100%.
We have got a good oh no for Monday. It is going to be a good funny show. But just to carry on with tonight's show,
yeah, don't worry. We might as well talk about what we usually do on a Thursday.
We might as well talk about what we're normally doing.
Does anybody know that we're doing a show on Monday?
So
have you mentioned it?
A comment of the week. So I'm thinking that's us done for featured movies.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So let's get the wheels on the go, shall we?
Yeah, go on then. Let's do that a bit earlier. Go rogue.
Let's do it. Yeah, we've got nothing else to talk.
Do it now. Just make sure you're sharing it, yeah.
You ready?
Oh, is it? Is it? Oh,
No. Dustin Hoffman. That should be quite good.
yeah, that's all right. I was just hoping for Jennifer Lawrence, to be honest. What's the next one?
You go to bed every night. You go to bed every night wanting Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, and
Right. Now let's open the homework wheel. Are you ready?
yeah. Oh, it's going down. Going down. Nice stop. Sphere. Okay.
Okay, that's also got Dustin Hoffman in.
Is it?
If I remember correctly, isn't he the scientist in that film?
So what time are we doing on Monday then? Is it 8 o'clock we're doing?
8 o'clock we're doing it Monday, yes.
Yeah.
8 o'clock Monday. Right. There was some homework. There was some movie news that Lana told me, but I can't remember what she said to me now.
Lana's told you about movie news. Have you seen there's another trailer for The Flash this week?
Yes, that does look quite good.
It does, doesn't it?
It does look quite good.
I saw the Batwing in it as well. I was like, woohoo! You know, excited on that one.
Yeah, Peter, we're not allowed to talk about Picard because Baz is only on season 1. Stephen Graham. Oh,
MBE,
Stephen Graham got an OBE.
An OBE, yeah. That's awesome. He's one of my favourite actors.
I don't know what I got the OBE for, but it definitely wasn't a bloody boiling point.
I think it was specifically for Boiling Point. I think that's the one that they saw.
That was the other piece of flipping news. Boiling Point is getting a series.
Is it really?
Are
you excited?
Got series about people working in kitchens already?
I think Chef with Lenny Henry is probably dated by now.
Yeah, but how are they going to do that? Are they going to film 10, 30-minute episodes all in one take and just cut it up like in the Lindsay and Alvin live stream?
Still looks.
I don't know, Pete. I wasn't a big fan of the ending, but I know everyone's raving about. But I'm not going to talk about it too much because of Baz. But I'll talk to you separately on Messenger later.
Yeah, I'm not 100% on Supergirl either, to be honest. But we'll see. Lindsay and Alvin have said any sign of Grant Gustin in the new Flash trailer? No.
Nope. No, yeah. Now on that one, Shabba, this is where I go with it now. If I'm writing, DC, Batman is the older statesman, right?
Yeah.
Give me a Dick Grayson as Nightwing, then becomes Batman, younger Batman. Give me like the Teen Titans Justice League people. I'll have Batman in there as a coach and trains all the new people.
But you're very animated on this one, aren't you?
I am. And this is where I go with it. I'd have Aquaboy. I'd have, people like that. Just bring them in instead of Aquaman and Flash and everybody that we already know. Those characters. Bring in some of the younger ones.
Yeah.
And let Batman be the trainer, the Alfred of the Justice League, the new Justice League. That's where I'd go with that. Lakeland celebrities volunteer. Oh,
I was just thinking that. Yeah, I was just reading that. My first TV interview is on YouTube. Lakeland celebrities volunteer with special needs. The video is wow. That's cool.
That's awesome. Well done, Kev.
So have a butchers of that.
Yeah. Well, not now, Steve. You can do it after the show.
No, I'm not going to think. I'm just going to load it up so I remember it.
Yeah. Now, I do like Stephen Graham. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy the stuff that he does. But Boiling Point just, nah. If I was to have a pile of broken discs, it will be The Greatest Showman and Boiling Point. Yeah. They're doing the X-Men cartoon as 97. The same style character. Oh. That sounds really interesting, Shava. Now,
yeah. I found out. Yeah, I saw that on Facebook earlier. They're doing it exactly the same style with the same theme tune and everything.
so movie news then. Is there anything really out there, Steve? Did you see the?
See, we've lost Jerry Springer today.
Yes.
Dropping like flies at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah.
79 years old. Bless him.
Beast was great in that cartoon. So I'm not sure, Steve, what else there is. Bruce Willis is getting a new film. Not Bruce Willis. Will Smith. Where did I get Bruce Willis from then for Will Smith?
I can see they're easily mixed up.
Yes. One career is dead and one died at the Oscars. Yeah. I'm just checking now. Is there any actual movie news that's worth talking about?
I think your wife's keeping us in check here. We've got new Guardians of the Galaxy next month.
Yes.
There was another trailer for Fast 10 that dropped this week.
Yes. Did you see that? Is that meant to be a serious movie, Fast 10?
No, they never are, mate. Fast and Furious movies.
No, but they usually have like some sort of storyline. But all I can see in it is Jason Momoa being the Bowser character. And then Van Diesel's like Road Runner. And he's just trying to get rid of Coyote. That's it. It's Coyote and Road Runner.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that Max? Night Max. I'd say Night Max. Why is everyone saying Night Max? Why is that Sharon? I don't know.
I'm just looking at it now anyway. But the movie news, and there isn't.
Wow.
There isn't any cameo. There's a cameo in the new Indiana Jones film by K1.
Oh yeah.
Ariel in the new Little Mermaid looks nothing like Ariel in the comics. But if you want to make it look more realistic, why isn't she green with scales? Because that's what mermaids are. They're not beautiful creatures. They're the things that eat
you. We're getting formula. So, what's this? Guys, I'm in Wigan. You've been to the Lee Film Factory Cinema in Lee. The only shows classics going. Wow! Going next week as well. You're going next week, I take it. Oh, awesome. I hope we have a good time. What's this?
Oh, well, before we agreed to swap the Sunday for the Saturday with Paul, I forgot Aliens is on in the cinema this weekend. Alien and Aliens.
Oh, is this the director's cut thing?
Yeah.
Extended version.
So I could have spent all day in the cinemas, but we agreed to swap our days, didn't we, with Paul?
I'm glad you reminded me. It's for Saturday, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's right. There we go. We just had to pick. The Flash director explains why Grant Gustin does not appear in The Flash.
What? Yeah,
he doesn't get a cameo. He goes on to explain that they had to pick certain people to have cameos, and he just wasn't one of them. Disney Plus have announced a release date for the streaming for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Oh yeah, what is it?
I'm just loading it up now. Da-da-da. Phase 5, Loki. Da-da-da-da. Kang. When is it? Why are you making me scroll up? May the 17th.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
And then it goes on to explain what happens to Ant-Man afterwards. Well, we don't want to see that. You just want to give us that in the film, don't you?
Yeah. So we've got a debate here. We've got mermaids out of Harry Potter are the most believable. Really scary, says Baz. Noel says mermaids are fiction, so they can look like whatever they want. New Boogeyman out soon. It's your darling wife. Need an animated merman like in Cabin in the Woods. And Grant Gustin makes the Flash. Thought so.
Makes the better Flash. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your opinion?
I like Grant's version of the Flash.
Yeah, me too.
I think you grow to love him more as a character because you've seen more of him. I don't think Ezra Miller was great as the Flash, but if he got more, I think he explained better in the Snyder Cut version of the film.
Yes, yeah, it was, yeah.
You know,
because a lot of them suffered in that first film.
Yeah, when you got all the interaction between like Cyborg and Wonder Woman, and you've got Flash and Batman. You know, the interaction between them all is Aquaman, not Batman. When you get the interaction between them all, it sort of flushed them out over 40 extra minutes or so. You don't get that in the theatrical release, and I think because of that. But when you've got Grant Gustin being in 7 series of a show and multiple crossovers and everything else, you do get to know him a bit better, don't you?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's a lot more when you talk about the content and the amount of hours that were filmed for the Flash series. You know, are we on the final series now, aren't we? The Flash.
We are, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd was in Wrexham watching the football. He was invited by Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Lindsay. Now,
oh yeah, Andrew jumped on and listened to the last few minutes of the match, didn't he?
Do you know what makes me laugh? He doesn't go with the football. He doesn't talk about Wrexham very often. But then as soon as there's something good, you see him in the red and white, and then he's posting all over the place like he's a staunch supporter.
He'd have been better off wearing a fucking red and white Imps t-shirt than he was wearing what he was wearing.
the KFC t-shirt, yeah.
Yeah, it is good. I agree with you. It's good, and the cast worked better in the movie.
I like Cisco and Killer Frost when she became Killer Frost.
Yeah, I liked that. The thing is, I can't deny that. I mean, if they did another Punisher movie as an example, then I would want Thingy to play it, the guy from the series. Because for me, I really like his Punisher.
Well, John Bafnell's in Punisher, isn't he? He's Punisher in the new Daredevil. So
yeah,
I'm hoping Marvel are keeping him, and if they do go mainstream, don't throw him to the wolves.
Probably, Jason. Probably. Cisco Ramon. Yeah, Cisco's a good character. I'm still behind by about must be 2 or 3 seasons now. I'm behind.
I stopped watching when they did Crisis on Infinite Earths. I missed the Batgirl episode.
Yeah.
And because I didn't realize Batgirl was being played on Channel 5 at the time. So I
Yeah.
missed that episode for Crisis of Infinite Earths, and it was just like, oh, okay, done.
Well, that's the thing for me. I mean, it got a bit silly, and I think that's what took me away from it. Because if I watched Arrow, and there was an Arrow and Flash crossover, that was fine because I watched the Arrow and the Flash. But then when is it not Days of Future Past, Legends of Tomorrow?
Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning,
Yeah,
Batgirl, and
Supergirl.
Supergirl. They
When
all
all
had
them started
episodes.
being part of these crossovers, then it was like, well, I
They
don't
all
really
had
want to watch that.
episodes in that Crisis of Infinite Earths.
I don't want to watch that until I've caught up with a series of this.
Well, I don't know anything about the Batgirl series, so I didn't want to jump in to one episode
Yeah.
and then not know what's going on with the rest of it, because they do all sort of interlink to the current storylines of those shows anyway.
Yeah. I think that's what sort of threw me off a bit. I'll still watch them because I've got them all. I've got all the Arrows. I'm missing the last series of the Flash, obviously. But once that comes out, then I'll probably watch them.
Billy Zane is Phantom, yeah.
Do you remember that on Chris's stream where Andrew had a Wales top and England top underneath?
No, because I didn't watch Chris's football stream because Chris's stream was like 40 seconds ahead. So when anyone scored, it gave away that there was a goal, and then I was like, "What's going on?" So I didn't watch Chris's stream.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
The football.
Yes, we know they're going to Wrexham are going to play Chelsea in North Carolina. 23 miles from his house.
Yeah, it's not like they can't just drive down to London to go and play Chelsea.
To be fair, like last year, I would have said Chelsea are going to batter Wrexham. It could be the other way around at this point.
I don't know. It depends on who he buys. You know you're in trouble when he gets Diego Costa from Watford.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's an actual superhero from the comics, isn't it? It's his job to keep them separate. Who would you like to see James Gunn focus on?
I don't know, to be honest. Not really sure on that one. So I'm getting too complicated now. If you haven't, then this is what they did. This is, I think, obviously I would say it's off the back of the Avengers. You know, off the back of the success of the Avengers and having these multiple different superheroes in a movie. I think the DC's way of doing it was obviously putting it in program form. But the problem is that there were certain plots within those mixed episodes, the crossover episodes, that would ultimately affect the series going forward.
Well, if you've seen the Crisis on Infinite Earths, that was the goodbye to Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
So the first 8 episodes of that series was Oliver trying to get everybody to the point where he knows he's dying.
Yeah.
He's going, and everyone's coming up to that, and everybody knows something big's coming because of that, and he didn't hide that. But then it sort of carried over into the Flash, but then you lost it in Supergirl. But then, like you say, Black Lightning and Batgirl and Legends of Tomorrow never really mentioned that.
No,
that there was a backstory. They just focused on what was going on.
Yeah.
But they also had ties into something big that was happening in their universes, which was an effect of Oliver's decision to start that, and that's where it lost me for me, because I stopped watching Supergirl when I think her sister ended up kicking more bad guys' ass than Supergirl did. You know, and then because it's just a half sister, an adopted sister, was only human, wasn't it? She had no superpowers.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name. And like I say, Black Lightning, I sort of give up on that when I realised that the whole family had superpowers.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I don't know. That's what caused the chaos for me, because I knew what I was watching when I was watching it. But when these crossover things started happening, it was like, well, I don't really want to get to that point because I haven't watched this series up to that point anyway. So I want to catch up with them. It was only for the diehards that would literally not miss an episode that it would work.
But then my brain hurts now, Steve. It's all right, Jason. Don't worry. It's when those series then, if you don't watch the crossover episodes because you haven't watched anything, and then the crossover episode has a major impact on the remaining part of that series.
And that's what I was saying.
So you miss an episode, and then next thing you know, Supergirl's not Supergirl anymore. She's Cara Danvers, and something's happened to her powers. And you're like, well, what have I missed here? But it's at the end of the crossover episodes.
Yeah.
So, I care a script given to Warner Brothers for a live action movie. That's happened about 15 times. I'll be glad when that actually does get a live action. Yeah, Lindsay and Arvin are saying that they watched the Flash and only watched the crossover episodes when needed to.
I mean, the thing is that if you were just watching the Flash, and you watch the crossover episodes, it wouldn't really make a difference what happened with the other series if you weren't watching them. But it's the fact that I had sort of 3 on the go because I had Legends of Tomorrow as well. I had 3 of them on the go, and it was hard trying to keep up with them. So
when I was getting Bebo put on my arm here, I said to Jessie, my eldest, I'm getting Bebo on my arm. She went, "What are you getting that for?" And I said, "Because I love it." And then it occurred to me afterwards when I got the tattoo done, I thought, you know what? She's not thinking of the owl from Clash of the Titans. She's thinking of the big blue troll thing from Legends of Tomorrow. Because he's Bebo as well, isn't he? The god of all.
Yeah.
She's thought she said, that's not how I was expecting. I said, no, you were expecting the big blue fairy thing, weren't you?
Shabba mentioning Ghost in the Shell. I found some Ghost in the Shell this week. I got let's see, then 2. I thought I picked up more than 3, but I found these things.
Yeah, the cartoons.
Number 2.
Yeah.
And number 4, strangely enough.
Yeah. Now I had all of them. The seg sets 1s and 2s. I got all of them in the boot sale that 9 traded them into CEX not so long ago.
Well, I was expecting, because they were manga, I was like, oh, well, they're probably worth a little bit, but they're really not.
No, they're not.
It was quite
it's about 15. It's like the Gundams. Everyone goes mad for Gundams. And the series aren't that expensive. But if you get a couple of them, like the Gundam Unicorns and some of the others, season 1, part 1 of that Unicorns, 24 quid in CEX trading.
Yeah. So I did find this week.
Oh, the 90s.
The complete series of Iron Man.
Who were we talking to that mentioned that the other week?
I don't know, mate. Because I remember that growing up, that one.
But yeah, there's 1 or 2 of the Gundams that are worth quite a bit, but then the others aren't worth anything at all. You're in that bloody mouse, Matt.
I'm going to move it. Can't put my arm down without it going off.
But I traded in those animes I got from Chris's Whatnot the other day.
Night bars.
The Naruto ones. They went. I got more for them than I paid for them, so that was good.
Oh right, yeah. I was doing a bit of scanning on Ziffit today. I was quite surprised with that. There was quite a few that if I took them into CEX, I would have given like 10p for.
Well, I scanned them into Ziffit and I got £1.30 for one of them. I scanned it into CEX and they gave me £7.
Really?
Yeah.
It's worth looking at, isn't it?
Yeah. So I took a load in and got. I'm spoiling the video for next week here. But I took a load in and got 40 quid's worth of trading.
Bloody hell. That's
So,
good news.
yeah.
What's that? Let's go that one first. Have you guys seen the movie Judgment Night? Find it in my collection the other day. Been on the radar for a while.
No.
No, I haven't. Do you know what though? Right, what's this? There's a couple people on Chris's whatnot that like manga DVDs things. Was trying to swap with. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, bless them. I sat because this morning after I had a nap after this bloody stuff in my eyes, I was like, you know what? I bought quite a few DVDs recently. I'll start putting some on. So I watched this one called Bitch Slap. Right now, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It was like scantily clad women, and I was like, you know what? This looks like a bit of a laugh. You know, they empowered with the guns and all the rest of it, and it was shocking. But the thing is that like the extras on it says something like making a B movie. That's the main extra, like the behind the scenes is making a B movie. And the thing is that the producer / director, the two directors that are on it, directed episodes of Xena the Princess Warrior and Hercules. So they produced a lot of TV series, and they just thought.
Hang on. The first series of Xena,
yeah.
The second series of Hercules, where Xena became into it because she was a bit part before she got her own series, didn't she, Lucy Lawless?
Yeah.
Those were quite good. The first two series of both of those shows. Yeah. But then there's only so many times you can see Hercules throw a mugger across the bloody crowded market, isn't it? Without.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So when you say that they directed an episode of
a few episodes.
Yeah.
Hey, bud.
Yeah, when you're saying that they always Bell. Hi, Bell. Somewhere near Birmingham. Oh, you driving up, are you?
Okay. Say hey to Chris for us. What's it? You need to see.
Make sure you do share the message.
Next video, there is an app where you can scan media, which allows you guys to offer you for them. Oh, that's cool. I'll have a look at that. Check out OWS's review of Hard Ticket to. Okay, I will do. Like I say, this was like a 90-minute movie, and it was one of those where I was like, if Lou was watching this, she'd be going mad. Like it was proper. It weren't R-rated, but it was a bit like they're literally selling sex on it. You know what I mean? It's like sex appeal, and I was like, I felt uncomfortable with it.
With a name, Bitch Slap, what else would you expect?
Well, I was just I mean, it is a B movie, and I was expecting it to be a B movie. But like some of the effects on it, it's the best way I can describe it is Kung Pao. Is it Kung Pao?
Yeah.
It's that sort of like it knows what it is, and I'm sure if I analyse it a bit more, I probably think I've enjoyed it a bit better than I did. But it was shocking, and it was. I was just determined to sort of watch some of this stuff that I bought, and I thought I'll give it a go. But yeah, it was terrible, absolutely terrible. I wasted my time, really did. But it was interesting to see, like, they literally had Hercules in it. They had her who played Xena, her who played the woman who was like the sidekick for Xena. There was loads of sort of crossovers of people from them programs.
Yeah, Kevin Sorbo, Lucy Lawless.
There was a few when I didn't realize at the time because it's a long time since I've watched those programs. But when I watched the sort of making of, there was a lot of it that popped up, and they'd be just literally ringing them up, going, "Do you fancy doing this?" Like, yeah, all right then. You know, but this woman, one of the main women, and it was like, she you know the situation where you've not had a phone call for ages, your bank account's in the minus, you know, and you're just thinking, well, I'll take anything. And then your agent rings you up and says, I want you to star in this movie called Bitch Slap.
Well, that's what happened with Lucy Lawless when she was in Battlestar, because she joined Battlestar Galactica, and the only reason for that is because Dean Stockwell, who was playing one of the other characters, said, do you fancy coming on the show? We need a character for 10, 15 minutes. And then she jumped on it, did a news round type of episode where she's talking about the life of the soldiers on the Galactica, and then ended up getting a part as a Cylon through that way. And it was only because Dean Stockwell invited him on the show.
Oh yeah, I mean they definitely rang the contacts up, but their budget was quite low because obviously they were doing it on their own. It was just something that they fancied doing. Because they'd been sort of stuck doing TV programs forever and a day. But I've got a few that I picked up the original All Quiet on the Western Front.
Mm-hmm.
The Once Upon a Time in China trilogy with Jet Li in.
That's right, it did.
Hercules starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, I just gave my copy of that to a charity shop.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna watch it. Everest, but not the same, not the one that we expect it to be.
No,
this one's got William Shatner in it. So, but it's a Dazzler production, so I'm going to give that a go. I got this the other day, and Lou had said to me, she remembers it, but I really, really don't.
The Herbs, no.
I don't know if this was like all the rage in Wales or what, but it's definitely before my time.
Sorry to interrupt you just before I forget. Do you remember when we were talking the other week about Rise of the Beast when we did the trailer?
Yeah.
And we never got done for that one. We could watch that one. That one was fine, but we got done for the other two, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I said to it, forget all these Transformers movies where they're based on Earth. Give me one where it's the war on Cybertron and how Cybertron would come about and everything like that.
Yeah.
We're getting it. Shabba's mentioned it here. We're getting it.
Brilliant.
It's happening.
Did you hear anything back on that one?
Yeah, they sort of just rejected me claim.
Really?
Yeah. So, do you know when the other week, guys, so just to talk about it, we sort of watched the two trailers, didn't we? One for Blue Beetle and one for...
Oh, it's gone now.
Was it The Flash?
It might have been something like that.
Something like that. So we ended up watching the two trailers. Anyway, YouTube give us a copyright strike for watching the trailers. So I appealed it, saying that we were actually reviewing the trailers live on stream, and they just So
keeping the man down.
Trailers live on stream, but I think it's more because we were starting the Transformers one because we were talking about the characters and stuff
rather than playing it all the way through non-stop.
Yeah, and I think that's where we sort of fell foul. Anyway, we are getting it, and the animated movie based on the War for Cybertron coming next year. How cool is that? I am getting what I want. As long as you don't give me this flipping old man version of Wheeljack and they go back to the... I don't know how they can get this so...
You're not going to sleep tonight now, are you? You're all excited.
Shabba's got me going. I don't know how you can get this wrong. You've given us the perfect looking Wheeljack in Bumblebee, but all of a sudden he looks like an old man on a flipping crutch in the next movie. Oh, anyway, there we go. Done. Copyright claim. Sorry, it wasn't them. Copyright claim, not strike.
Go on.
Right, no chippies. Come on. There's nothing for you. Get downstairs. No.
Yeah, that's it, Lindsay and Alvin. I have to. We have to stop it and talk about it. We couldn't. You can't just let the whole thing play through. If we did what we're doing with the Transformers one and we stopped and we was explaining who the characters were and what was going on, it would have been all right. But because we just let it all play through and we were talking over the top of it, we got done.
Honestly, Jeff, it's perfectly fine, mate. I mean, to be fair, I was thinking you could probably dress as Odin at the weekends.
I did
to wield the hammer.
I did send him the clip from Violent Night. You know, so we could just imagine him on the next live stream.
But the irony is that by the looks of it, had you not bid, I probably would have won that for a $5. Because there was only me and you in it. So, yeah, cheers. Hope you enjoy it. Bless you.
I can't believe it's costing him 15 quid to post it. And that was the second item he paid.
You know what Jeff's like? It's like that, isn't he? When it comes to Chris's lives. All of that money that he gets for Christmas.
Do you know what? Do you know the problem with Whatnot is that I've got a habit of pre-bidding. Do you know? So I'm the first person to bid, and then when it's live, you can still slide it across when you're the only person on the pre-bid. So all of a sudden, you've gone from paying 6 quid to 8 quid, and I'm like, "What have I done that?"
Yeah, but Jeff must have been sat there going like that.
Yeah, just because you're going like that as well.
I must have done that about 3 times, and I was like, "Nah, I'm out." And he just kept going up.
Yeah.
Odin's grandfather, maybe. Hopefully they kill off Optimus Prime again, Neil says.
No, it doesn't happen when he's on Cybertron.
Yeah, well, this is it, Lindsay and Alfred. It's the first time that we've ever seen anybody outbid themselves. But not just once, a multitude of times.
His phone's got stuck, didn't it? Just in the left.
Oh, yeah, I heard that one. I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I tell you what, if it was like a smart system, then he'd probably like, right, well, his bid was 15 quid by the time I stopped or whatever.
And
he charges him that.
Yeah, just
rather than charging him 35 quid for something because he kept doing that.
No. But if they're getting fees, well, if you noticed how it doesn't, depending on what it is, when it goes up higher, it jumps up into £2 segments. So when it gets up to like £5 to £10, it's only £1. But when it gets up to £10, it jumps up by 2 quid. So he's probably thinking, right, it's only going to 13 quid, and before he realizes he's on 20 quid.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm just addicted to it.
It's pretty good. I mean, the thing is, I'd love to probably try and clear some of my stuff through that, to be honest. But the way I look at it is, you've got to have the audience. Do you know what I mean? I was saying this before, like, no disrespect to Chris or anything, but they've got 10,000 people that could possibly watch it. If you're on there on your own, then you sort of, I would imagine you'd have to advertise it a few weeks before you did one. So otherwise, you might end up with just one person on there, that likes one of your items.
I think the idea behind it is good. If we can get rid of the Pokemon cards and the match attack cards, because that's what that. There is a couple of people on there that do figures, and I have to be careful because I'm like the reverse of Jeff. They're all in the States, so if I win a figure for 6 quid, I've got like 40 quid's worth of postage.
Yeah.
On a figure that's not really worth it. So, yeah.
But I do like the fact that, like, once you've done your first buy and it's like, I don't know, I'm bidding for something very similar, all of a sudden it's like 30p to for the postage.
So Jeff's asked, how do we enter the duck race? Now, when this video has come to an end, please go on to it and click and comment on the back of this video, and then I'll enter you into our version of the duck race. I don't know what that will be yet, but we are having some sort of a race. So please leave your comments on this video.
Yeah, please do.
And then we'll pick it up from there. And if I can ask everybody to promote the show for Monday as well, that'll be ideal for us as well. Chris usually gets free prizes and stuff like that donated. I'm just asking for advertising. All right, so you don't need to pay anything. It's free. Just put a post out. Yeah. Second.
Yeah, that's right, Lindsay.
That's what Chris does, doesn't he? He puts it out over the show and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like I say, the thing is that like all these ones that are doing like pops and the football shirts and stuff like that, they've got, let's say 140 people watching them. It's like Chris's is mixed with all sorts of stuff on it. So 1 week it could be pops, the next week it might not have any pops in. But it's just building that up. Belle, she's allowed to enter the duck race for once, Belle. And it's one of those where I'd love to sort of build that up.
Make sure we hit the share button.
I'd love to build that up and see where it goes. But I mean, what Chris is doing is awesome. He's doing really well. But I just think I think it's probably going to be difficult to break into that space if the majority of the stuff on there is advertised as, like you say, Pokemon cards and match cards and all that sort of stuff. Because if it was people knew that it was more than just that, then there'd be more people going watching lives.
See, I like Thursday, Tuesdays, whatnot. I keep calling it Whatnot Wednesday, but it's not Whatnot Wednesday. He went on Tuesday, didn't he? I enjoy Tuesday because I got that group quite early on. Now, I got that when there was only a handful of people watching, but then as the stream went on, more and more people got on looking for the group, but we already sold it. So I'm lucky that I got that for 19 quid. Yeah,
I mean, the thing is that I knew I got mixed up with my days myself, so I didn't get there till about 10 minutes, 15 minutes into it.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they'd already gone, and then now you put on the chat that you'd won it. Had you won them both or just one?
I got the big one.
Oh, okay.
Because he put the smaller ones into another bundle, didn't he?
Yeah. But I mean, realistically, the only two things that I was interested in on that was that T-shirt and the Thought Hammer. Yeah. The rest of it, I was like, well, to be fair, I don't particularly need it. I didn't need the hammer, but never mind. That would have been nice. Hey, Dave, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, it does look awesome. The trails. And my problem with them is that I'm hoping they haven't sold us down the river with it. Lana went to see Evil Dead Rises last night.
Oh yeah, what did you make of
it? She hasn't really seen any of the other Evil Dead. She hasn't seen the remake from 2016, so she doesn't really know what was going on with it. She said it was all right. She said it was a good horror. She come in. She said she was quite spooked. She said it's full of blood and gore, and she was quite spooked. So
it's quite gory then.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up watching it on this tomorrow, I think.
What about your one ticket? Do you not get your one ticket, or did you give it to Lana?
Yeah, but there's a few things coming out, isn't there?
Right.
So I'm thinking, do I want to go and see that in the cinema, or do I want to wait until something else comes out and use it for that? Yeah, so it's Whatnot and when Whatnot Wednesday. It's Whatnot Wednesday. It's got to stick to Whatnot Wednesdays.
It threw me off. So yeah, Whatnot Wednesday.
You've got Manic Monday. They're saying they're Taco Tuesday, but I don't know what's Wanker Wednesday. Whatnot Wednesday. Then you've got Footlong Friday. Footlong Friday is a Subway day. Isn't it? Yeah, it's gotta be Whatnot Wednesday. It's got to be.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
He started on Wednesdays, I think. Yeah. Well, this is it. Whatnot Wednesday, but he keeps mixing it up.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm glad he did because a lot of people just didn't dial in until halfway through, and they missed the groups and stuff, and then. Someone said to him, "Do the hammer last." But I think he was going to do the hammer quite quickly after the Groot, so you might have Mackey's Mondays. Yeah. No, my Mackey's is on a Wednesday after trampoline, and I can't have Mackey's any other time of the week.
Well, I think I might have put it on watch at the time,
Mm.
which obviously it pops up on your phone then if you're watching something and it starts that particular auction.
Yeah.
You know, especially like this football one, this football shirts 101. It can go for about 3 hours.
Mm.
I mean, the amount of stuff that guy sells is unbelievable. But like, there's maybe one shirt that I'm interested in. So I've got a couple of BVB ones recently. You know, but I don't want to sit there for 2 bloody hours waiting for this one shirt to come up. So, but obviously with Chris's, we watch it from start to finish because I want to see if he can actually turn it off at the end.
Bell says blame City.
What? Oh, because of the football. Well, that's worth it.
No. But I'm just hoping our stupid flipping delivery driver doesn't just launch Groot over the back fence and breaks him because he's 3D printed, isn't he? So I'm hoping Chris
in about 300 parts.
Yeah, I hope Chris is packaged them well.
Oh, 100%. You'll have about 12 newspapers in there, every single page. It won't move.
That's the only way I get caught out by buying stuff off Chris, you know, is because the newspaper. because the recycle bin's full of it. You know, Lana goes, "What have you been buying now?" And said, "Why?" She said, "I can't shut the bin lid."
It's like one of them Jack in the Box, isn't it? You open up his box and the paper just goes like that, flies out.
Yeah, I've never, but yeah, no, it's whatnot for you, though, because you're looking at it and you know what? Do you know when you're walking around like Smiths or the Entertainment and you see it and you're like, I'm not going to pick that up for £9, but you don't mind spending £7 and £2.50 postage.
Well, I got not on whatnot, but I went around one of the charity shops the other day and managed to find Jessica Rabbit, which I'd been after for a while, but I'm not sure if it's vaulted now. But they wanted a tenner for it, so I paid up. I wouldn't mind a Roger Rabbit, or Judge Doom, by the way. But I was well chuffed with that, and I got home just double checking that I didn't have it up there, and I definitely haven't. So I was well chuffed with
that. Oh, I'll fix it in a minute. It's all fell down behind me.
Oh no!
I've got my chair a bit close to the bookcase tonight, and I just turned around. And
Chris should save the paper for your vintage sales.
But yeah, it's the only way that I get caught.
The local paper down in Torquay. How have you ended up with this, Steve?
Have I got that one? And it's not an old one.
And
I got my new phone case and my screen protector, and Lana put it all on for me because she's good with stuff like that. I'm just dead big heavy-handed. If I put my screen protector on, all my fingerprints and everything will be sealed in underneath it. And then she shouted at me because I put the old stuff in the drawer, and she went, "That's all recyclable. You just bin it. You're never going to use it." And I've got, well, you never know when I need another case or another wipe or something, you know.
Yeah, I think I binned my other case for my phone because I got this one and it was like it's got this little stand on the back, but it just comes off like all the time. Although you get what you pay for on eBay, I might have to get another case now because it's doing me head in.
Yeah, well, I got that one. It's like a magnetic thing, so it just sticks on the.
Yeah, that's cool.
On the bit, and then it's like wireless charger as well. And it's quite nice. It does the trick, but it's dead light. Right, it's dead light compared to my other one. My other one felt like I must have been walking around with a brick in my pocket.
Hey, Silent Hunter. Yeah.
Nice then. But yeah, no, I haven't put batteries in it yet, Peter. I will do though. I do need to put batteries in it. The only problem is with that is that if I'm in the room and it falls over and sets itself off or something, it'll shit me up. Do you know, speaking of which, do you know I walk around the house though and Lana gets spooked because she can't hear me coming and stuff like that. And I said, I don't know how you can't hear a 5'11", 16.5 stone bloke walking around on wooden floor. don't know how you can't hear me. I was coming out of the bathroom the other day, and she'd hid behind the door and just peeked the head like that, and I didn't see her. And as I was walking through the door, do you know when you take a second glance? And my God,
Yeah.
I shit myself when I realised that someone was there. And she went, got you. And I said, no, you've fucking nearly given me a heart attack, you silly bitch. Hiding behind the door, just poking her head out like that. And you know when you just can't see anything else apart from this floating head? Yeah. No, definitely got me.
She'd have been better off just putting a ketchup bottle around the corner, wouldn't she?
Don't start. Don't start. That conversation came up in work the other day, right?
No, how did that come up?
Yeah, that came up in work the other day, and ever since they've just got the fucking mayonnaise bottles on the desk. It's just keep it behind me, keep it on your pod, keep it away from me. And they've all been getting salads from the butty van just so they could use the mayo. It's like, fuck off, you're doing it on purpose now.
They're all on a diet now.
They're all on a diet, yeah, and then spoiling the diet with the mayo.
Brilliant.
It's not. It's the Google 7 Pixel Pro, not the S23.
Google 7.
Yeah, the Pixel 7 Pro. Yeah. Lana got the 6, and I had to go one better, didn't I, and get the 7.
Well, you just upgraded that then?
I had the Samsung S20 Ultra, didn't I?
When did you upgrade it?
A couple of months ago.
Oh, I thought, yeah, I was going to say it weren't like this. It weren't recently. Like it was a couple of months ago.
It's not recent.
I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, it wasn't recent. It was a couple of months ago.
So, have you watched anything else this week then?
I'm coming to the end of Homeland.
Oh yeah,
that will be all 8 series of Homeland watched in 6 weeks. So
fucking hell, that's some doing that, isn't it?
Yeah. I've watched. What other stuff have I watched? We've watched quite a bit of the British Empire.
Yeah.
But we've only got like a couple of episodes of that left. I've watched Mandalorian and Picard. Now Baz is gone. We can talk about Picard. Peter, I was really disappointed in the ending.
Don't tell him it. Don't shout it out.
Really disappointed in the ending. And I know it's a great ending for Star Trek Next Generation. I know it's a great ending for that because, you know, at the end of All Great Things, All Good Things, sorry. He does say he wants to play more poker. We should have done it sooner. I understand that. But then the cutscene at the end ruins the end of season 2 for me.
Right, okay.
Yeah. No. You know, when we were on the chat with AJ the other week and he was talking to me about we were on Gareth's channel when we were talking to sci-fi.
Yeah.
And AJ's he summed me up quite well because he said, you know, I like all my interconnected stories and I like finishing plots off and stuff like that. For me, the Q aspect in season 2, I really love that scene, and season 3's ruined it for me. And the Borg, not finishing the Borg story from season 2 and introducing new Borg in season 3. It's like the writers have gone, okay, we can write off this shit COVID series and start again. And it's like, no, you can't, because while we're all getting attacked by the Borg in season 3, what's happening with the Borg that are just sitting there? Are they just like poking heads going, hello, we're still here? But regarding
okay, so there seems to be an issue with StreamYard because we were having that on Monday watching Chris, but Shabba's saying he keeps crashing and knocking him out of the chat. And this is exactly the same, Lindsay, with us. That for some reason, when I was watching Chris, I was messaging and there was like four rings. That's because Dave said ring. 4 like conversations that messages that I'd put, and then Belle was reading out things that I couldn't find on my chat at all, so I had to go out of it and come back in because nothing was showing up past my past my conversation.
Hmm.
But then, let's say Lindsay and Alvin and Shabba are having both the same issue.
Yeah. The whole Enterprise D thing for me, Dave, was a missed opportunity. When they went back to the Starfleet Museum and they were going to get a ship to fight the Borg, and you've got Voyager and you've got the Defiant, and you go and pick up the Enterprise D. What a load of bollocks, right? And then to see the Enterprise D fly through the Borg cube the way it did,
Who's rapping?
as easy as it did,
Your coat, please.
you know, and bearing in mind, these things are the double-decker buses of Starfleet, and
Yeah.
not once did it hit anything on the way through. It was like a game of Snake when you saw the diagram of what Data had to fly through, and not once did it hit anything on the side, causing any damage to anywhere apart from where it needed to go.
Mm.
And you're like, no, it should be crashing through stuff, and you know, but it didn't. But you've got ships that are designed Borg killers, and you pick the Galaxy class.
Mm.
But I think the reason why they picked the Galaxy class is because they made them easier to destroy in DS9, you know, for the war.
Mm.
So when they wanted a big impact, it was a Galaxy class that blew up. So maybe that's what they've done that for. I don't know.
Oh, cheers, Lindsay and Alvin.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Alice Craig. She did, and she also did the Queen in Scorpion in Voyager as well.
Oh no way.
Mm.
Cheese and chips wrap, apparently.
Yeah, but there you go. Less of me geeking out over Star Trek. You know, I can talk for hours over Star Trek.
It has to happen every stream.
Yeah. Oh, guess what I've got my eyes on?
I don't know.
Do you know I'm interested in Warhammer, and I'm getting back into the hobby of Warhammer.
Sorry, for a second there, I thought it might be interesting.
One of the channels I watch, Eons of Battle, that does the miniature painting.
There's 12,000 different channels that do miniature painting.
Yeah, one of the channels that I watch, Eons of Battle,
Yeah,
does miniature painting. One of the box sets he's got that's still sealed is a Starship Troopers miniature game that was released after the first film. So I was like, ooh, yeah. It was.
So where's that on? Is that on Vinted or something?
It's on eBay, but
Mm.
I hope Lana's not watching the stream. It's quite expensive, Steve. It's like one of the guns for the Warhammer, the Warhound Titan, the Warlord.
Really?
Yeah, just for this game.
What a bargain at only a £5 then, Steve.
Yes, yeah. I introduced Steve to when he came up to stay. I introduced him to some of the Warhammer videos that I watch, and Midwinter Minis was just finishing his Warlord Titan, wasn't he? And,
yeah, it was a thriller minute.
Yeah, and I was telling Steve that the piece that he was painting, the body piece he was painting, was £1,200, and but that's not including the arms or the legs. You've got to pay for them separate.
I mean, that's ridiculous, honestly.
It's like $2,000 for this miniature. But
It's not a miniature though, is it?
It's 2 foot tall.
There you go. How is that miniature?
It's still miniature.
No, the ones that you buy that are like this fucking big, that's miniature. With your incredibly small paintbrush.
But that one that I bought when we were in Chester, Steve, that only cost me £25.
And how big was it?
About yay big.
How big was the box?
About yay big.
No, the box was like that.
The box wasn't like that. It was about yay big. It was one man on a screw.
25 quid. Jesus.
25 quid. Well, I was going to spend money on Blu-rays and CEX.
I watched. Sam was saying he's watching Hot Wheels drag races. There's a few videos that I've seen recently where they've reenacted, like Back to the Future and the Fast and Furious with Hot Wheels cars. I like the sets and stuff. It was pretty awesome, pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Oh, that's yeah, Dave, and then obviously plenty of packaging for a £5. See what I mean?
No, Shabba, you've got to ask the question.
Do it, medium, Steve. Buy it.
Yeah, 1,200 quid. I could probably get about 50 weekly videos out of buying a Warlord Titan. No, you've got to ask, Chab. You've got to ask for the freebie.
No, they see him coming, Shabba. They're like, "Oh, are you, Steve? Again? You're here again, are you?"
You've got to ask the free. I always ask what the miniature of the month is. Always ask.
He walked in and the guy tried to hide it under the counter. He knew he was going to ask for it.
Yeah. I've got a few of them now, all different ones.
Just complete freebies.
Yeah.
I spend most of my money on Thor's hammers. Yeah, cheers. No, not that you're rubbing it in, Santa. Not one bit, are you?
Yeah, let me. So, if you go into Warhammer, right? You can do
Warhammer, not Warhammer.
If you go into Warhammer, you can do a free painting video, free painting lesson, right? So the trick is to go into each different Warhammer store and ask for a free painting lesson and pick your Space Marine. And then you can paint it in the colour scheme of your army.
Why did you need full screen for that? Is it because it's so fucking tiny?
I'm showing you me, man.
It's so fucking tiny.
So
that's the one. That's the one you've painted, isn't it?
So that one's from Altrincham. That one is from Liverpool Central. And this one was from... Where did
Chester?
we go? No, not Chester. I haven't painted one in Chester. This one we painted when we were up by you somewhere.
Was it Lincoln or somewhere?
Oh, Grimsby, it was.
Oh, Grimsby. Yeah.
When we were in Grimsby. And I've got another couple. And Lana's got into doing it as well. So for a squad of these men, you're talking £40, right? For 6 of them. Right? But if you paint them in store, they're free. And if, like I say, if you paint them in your colour scheme,
I'd paint the shit out of a £2,000 one if I got it for free.
Yeah, but if you painted them in your colour scheme, they're already ready to go in your army, aren't they? There you go. There's shit.
But you're telling me you go in there, sit down, and start painting?
I go in and ask them, can I have a free painting lesson? The only problem is that you've got to listen to the tutorials they go through about what brushes you use, what, and you've got to do it like you've never done it before.
So you blagged them?
Yeah.
Like picking. Would you like? Where's my fucking pen? I'm telling you, I know how you've done it. Where's a pen? Would you like this? Trying to like go like that. I don't know how to hold it.
That's it, yeah. That's it. So not only do you get a freebie every month, miniature of the month, where they give you a free figure, a free miniature, but if you go in and ask for a painting lesson, you can paint your own army for free.
Look, I'm going to show Jeff my Thor hammer. Yeah, see how good it is. There you go.
Mine's in the car.
Mine's definitely 3D printed. I'm telling you, 3D printed. I'm sure.
Mine's in the car. The kids got me one.
It's because I'm really big. That's why it looks so small.
Yeah, I'm gonna get banned from all the shops. The only problem is that the bloke in Warrington does both stores. He does Warrington and Chester. Yeah, the bloke who works in Warrington does both. He works in Warrington and Chester. So
He's
the
going to
champion-
kick you out. You're going to get banned, aren't you? It's even like, I've seen this guy before. You have to start wearing disguises.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I'll beat the shit out the £2,000 one. Yeah. Go and have a look at the Warhammer Warlord Titan. That's the way to go.
It's true though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Thor Maraca. Yeah, that's about right, pal. Your husband, yeah, decided to put it on Whatnot. Rightly.
Just say, yeah.
But it's true though, Lindsay and Alvin. Like, if whatever I paint in there is free, I would be sat there painting the £2,000 one. I'd take a day off for that.
It'll take you more than a day to build it.
Not the way I paint it.
No, to build it.
That's immaterial.
Each of the knuckles come separate and stuff that you've got to put on the hands. The hands all move and the toes all move, and you've got to put them all together.
Paint it, take it home. Get a part, paint it, take it home. Done.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair to him, it's a cool. There's some really cool ones. Some of the techniques that they use for painting them though is mind blowing. I think if you applied that to bigger, like the 3D stuff, if you got like the 3D printed stuff, you could definitely use some of that paint skills on them.
Oh yeah, I was looking at getting a 3D. RCEX has got the special edition Halo Reach statue. Do you know, with all 6 Noble 1-6, and he won 135 quid for it. And I was looking on eBay, and you can get 3D printed versions of it and stuff like that. And I know it's not the same thing, but if you paint them, you can paint. So I'm on the verge of ordering a 3D printed Master Chief, so I could have a go painting him in a Judge Dredd and stuff. Because I enjoy painting the bigger stuff. You've seen the bigger stuff I've got on the bookcase there, and some
but I think the thing is that's what you want. That's what you want to be focuses on. Really, is the stuff that's 3D printed and just get it raw.
Yeah, so
you can do it.
Some of the bigger stuff I've painted, the bigger figures I've done myself.
Yeah.
But then, like I say, the some of the smaller ones as well. Chris couldn't believe that I painted some of them when he came up to see me the other week. He was like, "There's no way you've painted them." And I said, "Well, I have. It just takes time, but I just don't have the time to finish a lot of them off."
Yeah.
But the whole idea is that I take him to Games Workshop and Warhammer and fight with them. That's the ultimate plan. You know, I think you should buy it, Steve. I'm sure Lana before. Yeah.
What, the glue bonding? You mean?
It's the price of it. It's that price tag that puts me off the Warhammer, the Warlord Titan.
You'd be the envy of all of your mates.
They come limited edition because they're printed. That they don't have them in stock. So when you buy one, it's newly resined for you. It's casted especially for you. So it comes with like a certificate and stuff.
I was speaking to a mate of mine the other day, a guy at work, because he likes to buy mountain bikes and use them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to him about it. He's like, "Yeah, I've got 3 bikes. They're all $3,000 each. I nearly fucking choked on my food."
Yeah.
So what do you mean $3,000 each? He's like, "Oh yeah, typically it's about $3,000 for a decent mountain bike." Not that.
Well, a friend of mine in work does proper mountain biking, and he can spend $3,000 to $5,000 on the frame.
Yeah, $3,000 to $5,000. That's what he said to me. Yeah,
on the frame.
Well,
Not the
less
tires or the
than that.
wheels or brakes or anything. It's just a frame.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. No, So let's see if I can find.
Does anybody in the chat have any expensive hobbies? I say with this stuff sat behind me and you with that stuff.
Yeah. So here you go. Is it?
What are you looking for?
Yeah, I don't think my collection is expensive hobby.
Why?
Because not all of it is expensive. That's the Warlord Titan there.
Oh, yeah.
So bearing in mind the normal Warhammer
I agree.
The normal Warhammer figures you're probably talking about 2 inches tall. That thing's 2 foot tall.
Yeah, they does thingy them, doesn't it?
But like I say, some of the paint jobs on them are just absolutely brilliant.
Shabba, what's Disney traditions? What's the Disney traditions?
Is that the old Disney stuff?
I'm trying to think what Disney traditions would be. Hey, Rich.
Hello, Richie. You all right, mate?
It's in the store. Get it for free. Exactly, Lindsay. Now I've told you, I've nailed it.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm gonna get into the 3D thing and start painting like Master Chief and stuff like that, and because it's cheaper. It's cheaper to buy the models and do it, but if you do a good paint job, then people don't really know it's there. It's been 3D printed. They're talking Star Wars there and the Star Wars figures and stuff. Shabba, have you seen the Star Wars Legion stuff like the Warhammer? A lot of that is 3D printed because you can't get.
There isn't much you can't wingle into a wingle Warhammer into, is there?
It's either Warhammer, Starship Troopers, or Star Trek. It's happening every week, mate. It's happening every week. I've got the thing with the Star Wars figures is that you've got to be careful with them because a lot of these are all reprints now, and people are selling them as the 70s release. So unless you know what you're looking at, you can buy a 2023 Luke Skywalker, and people are selling it for as a 1977 one.
Yeah, I know what you mean now because they brought out like a reproduction, didn't they?
Yeah. So if you're not buying the box, you're opening yourself up to, and by the time that you've bought it and it's been delivered, you've got no way of going back to it, have you? Because
no, I know what you mean.
It's just
it needs to be highlighted that it's a repro. Sorry, because they're almost identical, aren't they?
Yeah.
But you imagine you'll get that on like the car boots and stuff in 6 months' time, a year's time.
You find them all in the box, and you're like, "Ooh,
oh god, yeah." And find out it's got a different date on it or something. I'd like to think they put a different date on it.
Well, they'll put the date on the bottom of the foot, won't they? But if you're buying it on eBay, you haven't specified it and haven't took a picture of it, and then you're thinking you've got a great bargain for a toy 40 years old.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's only 40 days old.
Was it? It was Boba Fett, wasn't it, that had the rocket, and then the next lot out, they made sure the rocket didn't fire out.
Yeah.
Because kids were choking on him or something. What was a potential hazard?
There used to be a program that I'd like to watch that was on like Discovery, which is the Toy Hunter. And he used to go around. Have you seen the Leicester Toy Shop? Where they go around Toy Shop on tour.
Yeah,
great. If you haven't subscribed to the lads from the Leicester Toy Shop, go and subscribe to them because some of the stuff their thingy episode with Jonathan Ross, where you went around Jonathan Ross's house and you saw all this toy, I tell you what, if you were to give a man a wet dream, that's the toy room to have. You know, he's got loads of collectibles, loads of limited editions. He's got, do you know, like the molds and the prototypes of stuff. He's got all of them.
Yeah,
you know, he's got some really great stuff there. Go and watch the Leicester Toy Shop version episode with Jonathan Ross. My God, some of the stuff there, it's just amazing.
yeah.
Right, Monday. I don't know if we've mentioned it or not, but we've got a special reseller special on Monday night. So if you please leave a comment on this video after it's gone live, you'll enter into the movie chats version of the Duck Race. I don't know what version that might be yet, but we are going to have one. We have got Oh No's, and it's heavy.
Well, we're doing it. It's heavy.
We've got It's Heavy as well. Yeah.
Wow.
Told
That's
you.
different Transformers.
We're ripping Chris off here, well and truly. But
We definitely need an intro for that then.
Yeah, I've got an intro for that, mate, and I've got an intro for the Oh No as well.
Nice one.
So, yeah, we've got them. So please
Wow.
join us on Monday at 8:00. We are on music. I keep saying Music Magpie. It's not. It's Magpie Movies on Saturday night. So please feel free to join us over there and just have a general chit chat there. You've met Paul before. He's been on the channel a few times. So we're going to go over there and talk to him. Lindsay and Alvin are also on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
So we have competition for Saturday. So yes, and then our normal live stream on Thursday. Now, don't forget to keep an eye out for all the pre-recorded stuff as well. So we have got a video coming on Saturday and a video on Tuesday. The one on Saturday, it's a little bit special, so please keep your eye out for that one. Because it's not me and it's not little Steve.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. You get to meet Mike, our neighbour Mike. So you've heard a lot about him, so you get to meet him on Saturday.
What's he said? What's that? Chris said, "Would you be in his grave as fast?"
Chris has always got one foot in it. We never get in it.
I'd be in his death pile. If that counts.
Well, you said keep your spot warm. You know. So on Monday, like I said, we have got special guests. So we've got Lindsay and Alvin, we've got Tam and Bell, we've got Shabba, and we've got Peter Ray as well. So it should be a nice, entertaining show on Monday for a change out of us. Yeah. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to say goodbye. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care, everybody. See you soon. Bye.